opposite. Welcome to Melindan TV. If you've been here before, then you know that I absolutely love doing fitness challenges, my favorite type of which is looking up the schedule, diet, and workouts of famous celebrities and athletes and trying to do it on my own. If you're new here, I'm going to link the playlist up here to some of the videos that I have done like this in the past. But for today's video, we are spotlighting one of the greatest boxers of all time. And mind you, I don't really follow boxing. It's not really my jam, but I can show respect for an athlete when I see it. And Mike Tyson is one of the greatest athletes in the sport. I don't need to watch it to know that. And fun fact, he's coming out of retirement in his 50s to do a fight at the end of this month. So I thought, what better time to try his schedule for a day in celebration of his fight at the end of the month. Now, there are a lot of articles out there about Mike Tyson's schedule and workout routine and nutrition plan for when he's training, and a lot of them are very similar, but there are some differences in them. So I used 3 different sources to figure out how I was going to format my day, what I was going to eat, and what the workouts were going to be. I'll link all 3 sources below, and you'll see that they're kind of similar, but there are some differences in between them. For example, Mike Tyson has a calisthenics routine that he does every day. One source says he does 2,000 squats a day. Different source says he does 2,000 sit-ups a day. So when I was doing it for my day, I decided to do half and half of both, 1,000 squats, 1,000 sit-ups. One source said he did tricep extensions. Another source said he did dips. So I kind of compromised, and when I was recreating his workout, I did bench dips. So there's this really crazy calisthenics routine that he does, and it's split up into 10 rounds throughout the day. So it's 3 rounds for workout number 1, 3 rounds for workout number 2, and 4 rounds for workout number 3. And the way that I did it for my day, each round had 100 squats, 100 sit-ups, 50 bench dips, 50 push-ups, 50 shrugs, which are weighted shrugs with a barbell, and 50 neck crunches, and then a minute of neck bridges. And all of that together is 1 round, and he does 10 a day. Another thing that I had to do to prepare for this challenge was take vitamins. I used to take vitamins every day. I used to take multivitamins, biotin, and calcium every day. And they were the gummies, so I didn't mind taking them. And then I kind of just stopped. I never really noticed a difference. I think the jury is still out as far as whether vitamins even work. So apparently Mike Tyson takes magnesium and fish oil, and the jury is also out as far as how long you should take a vitamin before you see results. So in order to prepare for this challenge, I took magnesium and fish oil for the week leading up to me spending a day as Mike Tyson, so that if there were any results from the vitamins, that I would at least get to benefit from them, because taking vitamins same day won't really do anything for you. Another big part of Mike Tyson's training routine, according to the sources that I saw, was sparring and technical boxing, and a lot of technical boxing work. And I have absolutely no experience in boxing whatsoever. I took a kickboxing class a couple of times and thought it was fun, but I don't really know anything about technique. So I didn't think it would be incredibly productive for me to try to do the workouts the same exact way as he did. I did try to find classes at gyms and local MMA centers near me to see if there were any that were teaching classes on the day that I wanted to do this, and I couldn't find a class that lined up with my schedule. So whenever there's technical boxing work or sparring in Mike Tyson's schedule, I subbed it out by either following along with a workout video that was boxing in nature, and then there is that one little delirious sparring sesh. Don't worry, you'll see it. I had lost my mind by that point, so don't judge me. If you watched the video where I tried to see if I could survive a day as Mark Wahlberg, which I will link up here, you'll know that things went awry very early, and I fell behind my schedule very, very early, and then the whole day I was just running late. So as a result, I created a new rule for this day, and also moving forward whenever I do future videos like this, and I've called it the not to exceed rule. And it's just to make sure that I don't go to bed too late or tire myself out doing things that I'm not ready for. So the not to exceed rule has to do with scheduling. So basically the rule is that if I fall behind 2 items on the schedule, I have to stop whatever I'm currently working on and move on to the next item, and then every item from then on has a set time frame that I will just have to stop what I'm doing and move on to the next item if I can't finish it in that time frame. So enough talking. I'm going to show you my day of eating and training like Mike Tyson, and then I'll come together at the end for some final thoughts and nerdy stuff. Mike Tyson starts his day with a 45-minute run, which is about 3 to 5 miles. So that's how I'm going to start my day too. Nope, still tired. So breakfast was oatmeal, milk, and magnesium and fish oil vitamins. But then we had sources that were suggesting that he also has fruit, orange juice, protein shake. So to make sure that all of my bases were covered, I had oatmeal. And then for the protein shake, I used milk, protein powder, and an orange. And then on the side, I had magnesium and fish oil vitamins, which were just Spring Valley, the brand that was at my local Walmart. not used to it, which I'm not, that I had to break it down into even smaller sets just to get through it. And now I am just so exhausted and so sore, and the fact that we had to wear masks the whole time and we had to wipe down the equipment after every single set just made everything even slower. So we are way behind, and I don't imagine it getting any better. For lunch, I had chicken breasts, brown rice, and orange juice, but then I also had sources that said veggies and water. So to cover all of my bases, I just had those also. So that lunch really hit the spot for my stomach, but I'm still feeling really lightheaded. And I think it's just a combination of that heavy rep scheme, having to wear a mask at the gym, my uterus being disrespectful, and not having coffee today. But I think the biggest factor is just those neck crunches. I felt dizzy after every single set, and I'm overall just feeling very dizzy and disoriented. And both of us were so out of it that we left to go back to the gym for our next workout, and we forgot our water bottles and we forgot our protein shakes and had to go back because we didn't realize it until basically we were around the corner from the building. Okay, so we're stupid. We forgot what time the gym closed today. It closes earlier because of COVID than it used to close before COVID. So today the gym closed at 5, and there's some decisions that we would have made differently if we had remembered that. For example, I wouldn't have gone back and gotten the protein shakes that we forgot. We messed up, but also we were behind anyway. So we really only had time to do a few of the sets of shrugs and neck crunches just because those use equipment that we would have to sub out at home. So we tried to get as many of those sets in as possible, and then we're just gonna do the rest at home. Throwing elbows. Ring the alarm. Throwing elbows. Won't you ring the alarm? It's no wonder Mike Tyson is bald, because that move really irritates the top of your head. None of the sources really specified when in the day Mike Tyson has his snack, but they all did seem to be in agreement that his snack would be a protein shake with 6 bananas. So I decided to have this snack in between workouts 2 and 3, and it was just made up of 6 bananas, protein powder, and I think I just added water, and that was a very big protein shake. Workout number 2 was supposed to start at 3 p.m. and end at 5, including the time it would take to consume this post-workout protein shake, but we did not finish by 5 o'clock. So at 5 o'clock, a new schedule item starts. That's one item behind schedule. And then at 7 o'clock, another item was supposed to start. So now that's 2 items behind. So at 7 o'clock, I had to say, I'm going to finish the set that I'm doing and then just give up on the rest of that particular workout. So I did get to do the 6 rounds of sparring. I did get to do the 3 rounds of calisthenics, and I did not have time for the 60-minute bike ride. And now for the rest of the day, I have a set amount of time that I cannot exceed for each item on the schedule, unless I miraculously catch up. At this point, that's not going to happen, but this is just the rule that I'm going to be doing for videos like these from now on.
And if you want an extra week of training, prepare for takeoff.
This is what they look like. They're doing hip hop.
Stay on the floor and feel the power through your heel.
Because they be all... I like that move. Dinner was steak, pasta, and orange juice, and all of the sources seem to be in agreement about that. It's finally time for the last item of the night. It is slightly past 1 o'clock in the morning, which means that we are 9 to 10, 11, 12, 1, 4 hours. 4 hours behind, but it's fine because this is the most exciting part of the day. We get to watch a movie and eat some ice cream. And finally, Mike Tyson has a cheat meal. A couple of the things that the articles said that he liked were ice cream and Cap'n Crunch cereal. So I decided to have both. And you know what? It tasted great. All right, it's 3 a.m. I'm going to bed. Good night. So I made it. I have some thoughts. That was really, really hard. It's just his workout routine It's intense, and really this kind of training can only be followed by someone who has nothing else to do. Like, being an athlete is their job, and all they have to do throughout the day is work out and eat and nothing else, because this is a time consuming routine. Those 10 rounds of calisthenics were so physically challenging, especially because my body certainly isn't used to it. For every single one of these exercises, this is the highest volume of reps that I have ever done in my life for any of them. And you can see that at the end, I really had to start modifying. The last, I think, 50 push-ups I had to do as incline push-ups because my arms had literally given out. And I'm sure when Mike Tyson does these, he just blows through these sets because things like push-ups and dips and whatnot, they're all pretty quick for him. He can pump out a whole bunch of reps at one time. But for someone who's not used to doing 100 push-ups in a row, it can be a very time-consuming ordeal, and it was. And that is why I fell behind so quickly, because the workouts were so time consuming. Another thing that I didn't necessarily like about his day is the food. I think he waits too long to have a substantial meal. So he wakes up first thing in the morning to run and then goes back to bed and then wakes up and has breakfast. That's a lot of physical activity for the day, like running 5 miles and not putting anything in your stomach for another, I don't know, 5 hours. I don't know if I'd recommend that. And then even the breakfast wasn't necessarily even a high protein breakfast, unless you count the protein shake that we're not even really sure if that belonged there. But I felt like it wasn't enough food being put in my body for the volume of exercise. I think that the amount of food that you're eating really needs to be proportional to the level of exercise that you're doing. And if you're doing high volumes of exercise or very rigorous exercise, your diet needs to reflect that. And I just didn't feel like it was enough food early enough in the day. With that said, I thought the food was good. Lunch and dinner were delicious and exciting. I looked at the plates, it made my mouth water, and I think it was really cool that I got to have a little bit of a dessert as well. And what's extra cool is that a movie was built into the schedule. Awesome. Okay, so now it's time for the nerdy stuff. If you are into macros and you're wondering all of the food that I ate, how many calories does Mike Tyson consume in a day? How many grams of protein? How many grams of carbs? And how many grams of fat? So again, in the articles, there wasn't really a serving size for any of the foods. It didn't really say how much to eat of each, so I just went by the standard serving sizes on the packaging when I was portioning out my food for myself. For the whole day, I had 2,626 calories, 168.5 grams of protein, 420.5 grams of carbs, and 41 grams of fat. So here's my opinion. I think that that's not enough protein for him. It's more than enough protein for me because I'm a small person. I'm like a little girl in comparison to Mike Tyson. And I think that for the amount of exercise that he's doing and the fact that he takes magnesium, so he does care about muscle growth, I don't know if this is enough protein for him. I also think that this is a lot of carbs. There are a lot of carb heavy things, like orange juice is full of carbs, pasta, rice. He has a very carb heavy diet. All in all, it looks like a lot of food, but when you're actually going through the day, it feels like it should have been more food. It feels like you're doing so much physical activity and not fueling your body enough. That's my opinion. And how much does it cost to eat like Mike Tyson? So the way that I figured this part out is I just calculated the cost per serving. So obviously when you buy food, there's more than one serving in the bag usually. Like you buy oats and there's like a few dozen servings in your big canister of oats, you know. You buy orange juice and there's a few cups of orange juice in there. So I just divided the price that I paid by the amount of servings that I actually consumed out of it today. And for some of these items, I already had them in the house prior to this challenge. So for that, I just went by whatever the current pricing is online, whatever the first search result was at my local grocery store or Walmart or Target, just whatever that price was. And altogether, it comes to $12.78. Yeah, it costs $12.78 a day to eat like Mike Tyson. So for anyone who thinks that eating healthy is too expensive, this is less than $13 a day. People spend more than that on a meal. People spend more than that on a burger. People spend more than that at Taco Bell. I spend more than that at Taco Bell for a snack. That is encouraging to know that you can get a lot of food and a lot of good food and a lot of healthy food and even a little bit of junk food. We had ice cream, we had Cap'n Crunch, we had orange juice. Not bad. Not bad at all. And the most expensive item for the day was the steak, which is understandable, but everything else was literally pennies per serving. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you a little bit of insight, and I hope it kind of whet your appetite. If boxing is something that interests you, maybe you'll want to check out Mike Tyson's fight at the end of this month. And if not, maybe this video was enough for you to get your boxing fix. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and feel free to comment below with any celebrities or athletes that you think I should do this for next. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I post new videos on the first Wednesday of every month and a new Battle of the Boxes fitness subscription unboxing on the penultimate day of every month. And if my Battle of the Boxes isn't ready by that day, then I will post a bonus video on that day and post my Battle of the Boxes when it's ready. So that's going to be happening this month. I'm still waiting on one more box for my October Battle of the Boxes, so I will have that up for you when it is ready. If you click the little notification bell next to the subscribe button, you'll get notified every time I upload. I also host free fitness and nutrition challenge. I've done so every month this year. There's been at least one challenge, and if you would like to join the last challenges of the year in December, I have a exercise challenge and I have a nutrition challenge, and they're free. So if you'd like to sign up, follow the link in the description box below, so I have a way to get in touch with you so I can send you the challenge before it begins. And stay tuned, because I want to carry on challenges next year in 2021, but it's going to be a little bit different, so definitely stay tuned to see how you can get involved with that. I also have a giveaway that's still live, so if you'd like more information about that, the video is up here. It's my latest muscles and makeup video. I did a Huda Beauty mystery box unboxing and a 10-minute body weight workout to go along with it, and I'm giving away one free Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette, the Emerald Obsessions palette. So if you are interested in trying to win that, make sure you find out how to enter in the description of that video. There will be a link you can follow to sign up for that giveaway. Sign up, enter that giveaway. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.